Really? I still got this thing on? Hey guys, Professor Bill, comic book unit. I don't think that's it. Let's see, I don't think that's it. Where's the stupid thing to say which one this is? For crying out loud. Let's try that. Scroll up a little bit. Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Sorry, trying to do my stupid thing the right way. Um, so what's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Oh yeah, don't forget to check out my the hell is this thing called? Okay, you go there. There we go. Since I'm working right below it right now. AMA, the beautiful halo. Every time you buy something from them, mind you, it's them. It's not me. It's not my merch. You can't get Comic Book University merch. You can make it yourself. I don't mind. But what do you call it? Yeah, you can get Marvel and DC, and I believe you can start getting Star Wars stuff from there pretty soon too, if not already. So anyway, yeah, cool stuff. All right, so what's everybody doing? Hey, Paula, are you gonna stay in the chat today? Because that'd be kind of cool. Also, has anybody seen Sabah? I haven't seen Sabah in a while. Excuse me, I wonder if she's uh sick or maybe upset because of the thing that the one podcast that we did where we were talking about religion a little bit too much. Um, claiming they were only successful because of male generated. Oh, okay. I think I'm missing some stuff there, Mark, but I think I know what you're talking about because it's actually one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Uh, Corey, Deputy Sheriff Corey, with his thing about James Tinian actually starting his Batman plans. Yes, he posted it to the Facebook group. Guys, definitely consider if you're on Facebook. No reason I don't think why you wouldn't want to join the Facebook group. Comic Book University Facebook group, not the Facebook page. I don't do anything there. I don't look at it, whatever. But there's the Facebook group. That's me with the bandana on the top on the stream. And you'll see like there's actually activity there. A lot of activity. A lot of us talking and chilling and hanging out. And Corey keeps putting on a whole bunch of really cool relevant news, not just off of Twitter, but this particular thing is one of the things that he learned through Twitter that led someplace else. Anyway, so Tinian's actually be starting like two issues into the final run for Tom King on Batman. He's going to start his own thing. So it's funny. It's kind of a way of DC recognizing that we don't like the current run. Like this is the second big thing that we do not like the current run right now. Tom King on Batman. He's just not doing. He's just not cutting the butter for us, you know. But they do want us to join in, and they do want to try and try to save some sales while they can. So if they can save two issues, like a month worth of sales, it's like, oh, James Tinian, you're excited for James Tinian? This cool because look, he's going to start 2 weeks early, or 2 months, 1 month, so two issues early. Yeah, you should definitely buy the stuff, and maybe you'll actually like the way that Tom King ends his Batman and then you'll go back and get some more issues. Please come back. Like it's so sad. It's so sad. I feel so bad. Oh, I feel so bad for this poor guy. John Turturro is playing Carmine Falcone. Nice. Do I need to get my rifle, Mr. Man? So I actually want to go back and start playing Red Dead Redemption because I haven't played it in a ridiculously long time. I'm the former although I never gave up my position, I just haven't done anything with it. The high priest, Professor High Priest. Now I'm also the mayor. That's a funny thing that happened on the Facebook group also. Anyway, so yeah, I am now the the mayor of. Oh, isn't there a guy called the mayor of Comicsgate? He I want to say he responded to me. He didn't actually respond to me, but he thought he was responding to me. I put out like 2 years ago. I put out that thing about my take on Comicsgate, and he contacts me, and his name is Mayor of Comicsgate, and he's like, "Yeah, it is kind of a lot for you to ask me to watch," I just ignored it because I'm like, I didn't ask this guy to watch anything. Maybe he just means because I put it up and he's supposed to watch it. I don't know what he means by that. So I just ignored it. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you tagged me in this." bruh, with your at the time he had like 52 followers. I don't know what he's got now. He had like 52 followers total between his YouTube and his Twitter and all this. I'm like, I don't know you. I've never heard of you. You just kind of walked in off of out of the ether. You just like walked against the wind, and you're right next to me. Like there's a portal to the nether over here, and you just like, is this where I'm supposed to be? Okay, I'll go back. Like I don't know what that was, but that was just I had a good laugh off of it. But yeah, he seemed like a nice enough guy. So, oh, hold on, I'm seeing health. Paula, whoa, what's going on there, Paula? What's going on there, Paula? Okay, she got a birthday coming up. You were in the hospital? I hope that you're feeling better. I mean, if you're leaving the hospital, I guess you are. Oh, man. Yeah, I really hope that you're feeling better, lady. Uh, Miss Megan hasn't been around for a while. She's got a newborn, so she's hyper busy. So yeah, I miss the heck out of Miss Megan. Raven's still around. Raven exists. I think Raven wants to get in on my Marvel game. Sorry, I didn't put up the Marvel game last Monday. I was like, maybe I should, take some time and put it up. I'm like, I'm really busy, and you know what? It's a really amazing episode. It's the final episode. Let them wait another week. I'll let you guys wait another week, and so this Monday I'll put it up. I'm just saying, not everybody makes it out alive. It's it's amazing, and some of the stuff is a little bit heartbreaking. Okay, excellent. Mark Guerrero. That's one of the things I want to get. In fact, it's actually third on my list. But yes, I'll do it now. Elizabeth Banks throwing Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel under the bus. At the end of the day, um, hey, Paula, you're loved, Paula. You are genuinely loved. Look at all the people who don't even know what your face looks like. You know what I'm saying? And boom, all these people actually care because you've contributed a lot to Comic Book University. You're awesome, and yes, we miss you. Um, hey, One Kush Man, what's going on? Okay, so Elizabeth Banks. In case anybody doesn't know, this is, I believe, the director for the latest installment of Charlie's Angels. Mind you, Charlie's Angels, why are they rebooting this again? Because this was a TV show, Farrah Fawcett. Like, this is what really put her on the map. You know what I'm saying? It was an amazing TV show. People went crazy over it. It wasn't my cup of tea, but I was also a kid at the time, so whatever. My wood paneling late 70s life, right? So, but they rebooted it and they had, who was it? Firestarter. What's her real name? The girl who played on Firestarter and a bunch of other movies. Drew Barrymore, right? Drew Barrymore was in it. Um, hey, stop fighting out there! Wife and kids are watching Life of Pets, Secret Life of Pets too. Anyway, so yeah, two other. Wait another week. Who do you think you are, Doomsday Clock? Maybe. Lucy Lou, thank you, David Presley. You are awesome. Hey, Suan, what's going on? And what's up, everybody in general in chat? And Cameron Diaz, thank you, Corey. Yes, Cameron Diaz is the other one. So these three. Sorry for that little interruption there. Anyway, so yeah, those three, and they really put them on the. I mean, Drew Barrymore was already on the map, but put her back on the map. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't Groundhog Day and Ghostbusters Bill Murray? Bill Murray, I think, was like the leader behind that. He was Charlie, right? So there's like a whole bunch of cool stuff, man. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff there. And um, it spawned a sequel. Like this was a reboot that actually spawned a sequel. People went crazy. People went crazy over this. It was really good, and I gotta admit, it was really good. The second one even brought what's her name out of retirement? Striptease Demi Moore, right? GI Jane herself brought her out of retirement. It was amazing. So, out of curiosity, how does all of a sudden this thing like how does this thing flop? Right away, there are too many people in the world, and what have I said, who don't know how to take responsibility for themselves. They say something or they do something, and they can't just simply say, okay, listen, I screwed up. I didn't do a great job with this. My bad. You think Bertie Mac replaces Bill? What? Bill who? Me? Oh, Bernie Mac replaced Bill Murray. Oh, in the second one. Okay. I was gonna say Bernie Mac is dead, but yes, Bernie Mac could take over this show any day of the week. That would be awesome. I would totally be like on there. I remember my wife is all the one time she's like, "Hey, I can't understand anything that he's saying." I'm like, "Okay, you just got to pay more attention because it's freaking hysterical." All right, Bernie Mac is hysterical. Um, what have you now? Um, so she just starts whining and crying, literally whining and crying. There's just too much sexism. People don't like women in lead roles. This sounds a whole bunch like MSNBC doing anything they can. Anybody but Bernie Sanders. Anybody but Bernie Sanders, right? So if you don't vote for Elizabeth Warren at this point, you're just pretty much a sexist. Now they're not even going for it because she's turned around. She's like, yeah, but I'm for Medicare for all and for taxing the rich, which you guys are and you guys report to. All of a sudden, not Elizabeth either. So people try and use social justice as a weapon, which it wasn't meant to be that. Does CNN do that too? These guys are just jackasses, man. These are the guys who went and said about Bernie Sanders, there's just something. He's just creep. He just gives me the creeps, and I don't even know why. I don't even know why. Just something. Just whatever. It's like this is quite literally the single number one case of worst reporting ever. If that doesn't show MSNBC in its entirety to be fake news from the very onset with that one segment alone, because they never turned around and said, we do not agree with this nonsense that she just said. This is not news. This is a personal feeling backed up with no substance, whatever. This is a looser. So, yeah, there's that. Bernie Sanders could look like whatever. Your avatar, I don't know what that is. An evil good guy? That says a lot about you, too, there, little brother. But hey, man, it is what it is. We've also got a record of a guy with 40 years of doing nothing but good in politics. 40 years of doing nothing but good. So, there's that. Anyway, so here's this Elizabeth Banks girl who can't take responsibility. They do attack Tulsi, and it's kind of ridiculous. um, here's Elizabeth Banks who can't take responsibility for the fact that she apparently made a really crappy movie. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again if I need to. I didn't see the movie. I don't need to see the movie. I'm not interested in the movie. See, here's the thing. I don't watch regular TV. I don't subscribe to regular TV. I genuinely do not have cable TV in my home. I've got Netflix. I've got Disney Plus, which we're watching like crazy. I've got what else do I have here? I've got not Hulu. I got rid of Hulu. And I've got Amazon Prime. That's it. That's all I've got. I don't have it, and I've got YouTube, of course. I don't have anything else. It's Afrikaans. My shirt, Afrikaans. Is dis gruet. There we go. Dis gruet. I am great. That's what it means in Afrikaans. Anyway, which is the South African language. But yes, of course, I am Groot. I love this stupid shirt. It's the simplest thing in the world, but I love it. Um, Oh my God, Sabah, you're back. Hello. I was literally just asking about you maybe 10 minutes ago. What's up? Haven't seen you in forever. Glad you're back. Um, so Elizabeth Banks, director of Charlie's Angels, can't admit that there's some kind of problem. Was it not advertised properly? Maybe because I didn't see it. I watch ads on YouTube. I have to, otherwise I'd be a freaking hypocrite, wouldn't I? So I watch ads on YouTube. I don't see those ads pop up. I didn't see any signs up for Charlie's Angels anywhere. I don't know what to say. I didn't hear any press tours. Maybe she should have swung by. You know what I'm saying? Like I live right outside of Toronto. I live in what's called the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area. There's Toronto, and then there's the surrounding area around Toronto. Right south from here, south and a little bit to the east is Niagara Falls. So there's the whole Hamilton area. So like you're talking about two major access points of Canada that she could have showed up, or some of the cast and crew could have showed up and been like, "Hey, we're promoting our movie, Toronto Film Fest, all this stuff." I didn't see anything. Nothing. No, so I don't go to the subway, but I go to the bus. The bus passes me all the time. We're about to have a subway stop right out front. Um, of where I live in like 4 years. Like there's all sorts of stuff. I mean, like what's going on? I don't know anything about this movie, but it's got to be that we're all sexist, including the women, because half of this world is populated by women. So why didn't the women go to see? I guess they must be sexist also, but that would make them misandric, not um, misogynist, which is interesting. Yeah, sometimes when people talk, nothing makes sense that comes out of their mouth. At the end of the day, people have pointed out, and it's funny because I see mostly women posting about this stuff. There's Alien and that franchise. There's the Terminator franchise. There's, of course, Captain Marvel. There's sure she had all this other stuff that's why we've been screaming that we want a Black Widow movie, and the only thing we can complain about to Marvel is where's Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow movie because she deserves a solo movie. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're screaming for it. Sure, sure, sure. Pass the buck and make these little excuses. Look, at the end of the day, some people are weak. They are genuinely weak. I don't consider strength to be big muscles. I don't consider that to be strength. It's a form, but it's not what I'm really looking for. See, what I'm looking for strength of character, strength of will, strength of resolve, okay? Which is strength of will and resolve anyway. That's what I'm looking for. Someone who can acknowledge when they made a mistake or something wasn't right, that they could have had some kind of influence over. You can't make a movie, sit on your butt, not go someplace and say, I wonder why nobody wants to see my movie. No, no, it doesn't really take that much. It really doesn't take that much. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if people wanted to see the movie, but like people could still. I mean, is this one of the most downloaded movies? There are ways to check that. There are ways to check if there's high level of downloads for movies. You know what I'm saying? Are there illegal downloads for the movies? Which, mind you, is not actually illegal in Canada and many other places in the world. So there's that. But I don't participate in it anyway because I grew up with it being illegal. So, like that's the conservative in me, I guess. Um, yeah, I just don't get it when people can't acknowledge you probably simply didn't advertise it enough. And the people who did see it, how come the people who did see it weren't screaming and raving about this movie? Oh my God, this is an amazing movie. You put out a subpar movie. Let's be real, and I don't have to see the movie to know that. You put out a subpar movie because you couldn't even get the word spread by word of mouth, which, let's be realistic, is the hands down most effective form of marketing. I know that because I have a degree in business with a specialty in marketing. The number one best way to get someone to almost guaranteed to go and see something or do something or buy something is through word of mouth. It's not the most effective as far as spreading it, but it does work. It's one of the reasons why people are always giving out free movie tickets if you know where to go. So there's that. But no, she simply can't do that. We actually got a Red Sonja movie. It was, and it did have Conan in it, the best they could. But you know, licenses, rights, and stuff like that. And I don't think it was necessarily a bad one, but let's rebuild. CA suck? Are you saying California sucks or Canada sucks? I don't know. It's funny I've got all these really weird people showing up out of nowhere and trying to get your voices heard. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Oh well. Lots of K's in there though. We could go into conspiracy theory about all those capital K's. Anyway, so I don't want to pest you, but did you like Joker? I did not see the Joker. Oh, Charlie's Angels. Okay, thank you. That was really freaking weird. Like, what? Like, you didn't even put it like an acronym. There were no periods afterward. There were no, like, what? Oh my God, that was weird. Okay, so since we're talking about the Joker now, yeah, I don't get it. I I didn't see the Joker yet. My wife just last night was saying, we're never going to see the Joker, are we? It's like I get the feeling we're not going to be able to see the Joker. You have no idea unless you have kids. Then ask Silva. Ask Silva Surfer how hard it is to go and see freaking to go and see a movie when you got kids. He's got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I've only got 2 kids in the house. It is hard to find a babysitter. Like sometimes my wife and I will switch out. It's like, listen, babe, I'm gonna go see a movie tonight. So okay, cool, I got the kids. And sometimes she's like, I'm gonna go see a movie tonight. It's like, oh, awesome. Listen, here, let me get you the seat on. Here you go. Just go ahead and like have fun. Like, dude, no way, no way. Okay, that's actually a thing I want to talk about there, Terrence. No, apparently they're not gonna make a sequel for the Joker. There's two things on this. Okay, there's two things about this. One, you know that Joaquin Phoenix was tapped to play Doctor Strange, right? There was one major reason why they decided not to go with him because he really did want to play the role. He did. But Marvel decided, no, we're not going to do it. Why? Because Joaquin Phoenix is synonymous with not doing sequels. Now, Vin Diesel was also like that too until he decided to do Triple X Part 2, which was technically Part 3. Ice Cube actually did Part 2. Ugh, horrible. but he did Part 3, and it was even worse than Part 2. It was terrible. It was a terrible freaking movie, right? Now he does the Fast and the Furious franchise, which is beyond sequel language. So freaking like it was terrible. Uh-oh, otherwise I have I have spoken. We're back on that. Um this the Joker sequel, Joaquin Phoenix doesn't do sequels. He might change his mind, like Vin Diesel has, but for now, he doesn't do sequels. He never said that he wanted to do a sequel. He never. People are talking for him, saying, "Oh yeah, he's on board to do a sequel." Joaquin Phoenix doesn't even talk to the press, so I don't know who's getting this. But the director is now recanting in that, saying, "Okay, maybe we weren't tapped to do a sequel, but I would like to." That's the CM Punk thing, if you guys remember. Which CM Punk is back on TV, but he's not wrestling yet. Give it time. Victor, the last one will come out on Monday. I decided to make you guys wait for a week because, as Paula pointed out, I am Doomsday Clock. So there is very little likelihood of there actually being a sequel to that. On top of that, there's very little likelihood of there actually being a release of the Snyder Cut because even though it seems like the entire cast of the Justice League is all on board saying release the Snyder Cut, they're pointing out two things. One, Warner Brothers is saying no. It's the exact same thing that I'd said about a month and a half ago. Warner Brothers is still on this idea of it's going to cost too much. Oh, Bagel knows that the podcast is on. Go ahead, come on in, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. You want to come up? I know, because the podcast is on. You want to come up? Good girl. There we go. She knows. Everybody says cats aren't smart. Psh, people who say that aren't smart. Um, no, it doesn't exist, Corey. The trick is that any of the this is one of the things that was in the news also. Joss Whedon didn't cut anything from the movie. He didn't cut a single thing from the movie. You know what he like from the actual film. There 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 wasn't any. That's not how it worked. He did some reshoots, of course, but there was nothing to cut. He just reshot it to to match costumes or whatever. Um, and on top of that, he changed the script a little bit for new scenes that had to be shot. There were actually only 80 between reshoots and new scenes. There were only 80 done. So when you think about it, when it comes to a movie, that's hardly anything. Like you want to see the Snyder cut, sure. Ignore the stupid mustachio Superman and take all of the humor, all of the things that made you go ha 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 out. That's the Snyder cut. I'm serious. Like that's all it is. And Warner Brothers is saying that the entire time. That's what they've been saying. Cats are superior, right? Aren't you superior? Yes, my little girl. So JSA will be in the okay, again, that's also rumor, unfortunately, Terrence. It's not really you're hyped about that, Sabah? I particularly am not. Yes, the Empress has come in. Hey, Colt, what's going on? Hey, thank you. Yes, the I love Doctor Doom. Loves me some Doctor. You might notice the 1 foot Doctor Doom behind me. Can you see it? Yeah, you should be able to see it right behind the Infinity Gauntlet there, which is signed by the entire cast and crew of the original Infinity Gauntlet comic book. Anyway, minus Ron Lim, I missed him. Let me get out some cookies for the bagel. Whoa, 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 girl, don't get too hyped, okay? That's when your claws come out. Come on now, you're on a very sensitive area. Um, so anyway, yeah, the Snyder cut. It's just, it's not. I really don't think it's going to happen. As far as the JSA and Hawkman, the Justice Society of America and Hawkman, that's only rumored. That's only rumored. Make no mistake. If they were really, really smart, that's exactly what they would do. Bagel is 9 years old. Um, what do you call it? Actually, 9.5. I got her on April Fool's Day, uh, 2011. 2011, yeah. April Fool's Day 2011, or was it 2010? Either way. Yeah, I think it was 2000. It would have to been 2010, duh, because she's 9 years old. Yes. So anyway, um, what do you call? Oh, by the way, if Temptations Cat Food wants to sponsor my videos, I will do this every single time. Just saying. Y'all can hashtag that. So my cat is beautiful, that's for certain. Um, I actually used to rescue cats in Saudi Arabia. So anyway, yeah, it would be really smart, in my opinion, if they did do the Justice Society, Hawkman, all of that stuff. Guys, if you're not following Tim Board and Hawkworld on either Facebook or Twitter, consider it. Because if you ever want to know anything about this incredible character, like just forget about it. This is where to go. And he's humble too, like a really humble guy. Nice guy, great guy. He's over in Japan too. My cat has 6 toes. I knew a little girl who had 6 fingers on one of her hands. That was interesting. She was too young to find it embarrassing. She just thought it was like the coolest thing ever, like it was a superpower, which I loved. Your brother's birthday is on April Fool's. So much fun. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's when you get the the little snap fire, like for 4th of July, you get the little snap things. You throw them on the ground. You take 4 of them and you put them underneath the toilet seat. On the little stands to give it support. You tape them there, and you just put it down very gently. And when you know that he's about to go in there, it's like sits down. Yeah. Anyway, um, my bugger bagel. So, what do we have here? Oh, let me put these back in. She's gonna get freaked out because she sees me touching them again. Are you gonna get? Nope, I knew it. Yep, calm down, girl. I just put them back. No more. No more. So, what else do we have? Black Label. What does permanent mean for DC, right? We'll see though. Colt Eves, thank you for the 4.99. Who's everyone's favorite superhero? Mine is Blue Beetle, man. Not a fan of the comic book that just came out, especially since we haven't had one in a long time for Blue Beetle. But yes, freaking Blue Beetle, man. He is one of the absolute utmost best. I'm actually really sad with myself. I haven't found the time to open this thing that I got 3 weeks ago off of eBay for a steal. My DC Icons, Jamie Reyes Blue Beetle. I still haven't even opened her yet. This is mint on card in box. Oof, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous figure. I still haven't even opened her yet. Uh, but I'm busy. I'm a busy guy. What am I supposed to do, huh? What else haven't I opened over here? My IG-11. What's this here? My little off-world Jawas. Got my Mando somewhere. I guess he's over there. I can't find him. You know what I just got that's gonna, I don't know if Rosenberg got him or not. Boom. Matthew Rosenberg created the Punisher in the War Machine armor. I just got that yesterday. Didn't open it yet. Oh, you know what I got for you guys? Check this out. I'm going to let you guys know in advance. I'm going to do a giveaway. You have to pay for shipping. Y'all have to pay for shipping, all right? And I will ship it to you. But I will tell you how much it costs. You guys will pay for the shipping. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but it's going to have something to do with my next, or not my next, but maybe my next. Whatever Mando review where Cara Dune shows up, I've got an extra Cara Dune. This is Gina Carano from the UFC. I believe this is the first figure that they ever made for her. I don't know if they made one for her over there, but I just got a Conan. Excuse me, I just got a Conan figure recently. I wish I had a Zorro figure. Woof. But anyway, Yeah, right here. Gina Carano as Cara Dune. She's going to show up on the Mandalorian TV show pretty soon. She is figure number 101 from the Hasbro Black Star Wars Black Series. And yeah, I'm hoping she's going to be awesome. I imagine she's going to be one of the people going after the Sons of Guns. Whoa, hey, thank you for the other 4.99 Colt. I saw your review of the current read. I'll read it later tonight. New 52 Blue Beetle and the Rebirth run, so good, minus the last arc of it. That's what I heard. I didn't actually read. I was in Saudi Arabia at the time, but all of the Middle East. I was in the Middle East when the New 52 came out, so I didn't get the chance to see that. Which one of your the one I was looking forward to the most was actually the underwater one, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that one. But it's all good. It's all good. I think after that would probably be the Magic one because I've got a whole lot planned for that. But all that being said, I'm looking forward to all of them because they're all basically about the same. Um, let's see. So, what do we have here? Okay, so next on the list, let's see. Kathleen Kennedy. There's been a huge hullabaloo about what's going on. George Lucas reportedly, and I can believe this. Well, actually, I do believe it because it turns out that it's actually true. He's actually been saying a lot negative about what's going on with the current Star Wars property. Hate to say this, bro, but that's kind of what it means. That's kind of business. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? This is a little because somebody might say that, it seems a little bit hypocritical, me saying that I'm upset at DC over the Alan Moore thing, with the Watchmen. That is an entirely different bug. That's an entirely different beast because Alan Moore never sold anything to DC. DC bought the comic book company that created or that hired these guys to do what they were doing. So all facts hysterical. um, anyway, yeah, I don't know. They no, but I don't think anybody necessarily did him dirty. But the way that this is, look, I'm no huge fan of Kathleen Kennedy, but I also don't hate her either. I don't know that much about her. I know what was said. I know that what was said was she she says for our movies we don't have years of comic books to go off of, like, thousands of issues of comic books to go off of. We don't have an EU that we can go off of. We don't have all this fan fiction and backstory that we can actually go off of. We just simply don't. And then people right away say, but there are comic books. Technically, the Star Wars comic books through Marvel existed before the movies did. There are plenty of novels out, the expanded universe. Disney coined the term, but like people are really, they're barely reading what she's saying or they're listening to what other people say or just seeing what an article title says as opposed to reading the articles, more specifically looking for exactly what it is that she says. I'm not here to defend her. I'm here to put what she said in context. And okay, I guess I kind of in a little bit way am trying to defend her because I'm more upset at what Disney is doing than anything else. You see, Disney understands that they're making a lot of money off of the merchandise, mostly off of jackasses like me buying all their stuff. DC too, if they would put out more stuff. When DC puts out stuff, I buy it. Clearly, like I've got a whole bunch of stuff in storage here. Do you know what I had to do? Do you know what I had to do? How much I spent to build my Doomsday? This is the new 52 version of Doomsday. I had to get 6 characters, 2 of them, which are supposedly impossible to get unless you spend a lot of money to get them. I spent that money because I really wanted this Doomsday. It's a freaking beautiful character. That being said, yeah, I'll buy your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Geez, I've got 2 of these little off-world Jawas. Before the movie even came out, I bought 2 off-world Jawas. Now that the TV series is out and we saw that episode, I want 6 more. You know what I'm saying? And one of the giant thing, I could probably build the Sandcrawler, but I'm telling you, man, like I love this stuff. So yeah, there's a market. There's a market for it, and they know that. The trick is they want new stuff. Why did C3PO have a red arm? I don't care about what it said in the little comic book because that was stupid. Okay? You know why they wanted him to have a red arm? Because any difference for the character, and all of a sudden, oh, we can make a toy with C3PO with a red arm. And they did. They made 3.75-inch characters, 6-inch characters, and the 12-inch figures. They made all sorts of merchant, and they made other figures too, remote control ones, all sorts of things, and it's just the same exact stupid thing, but also with a red arm. That's it. That's it. It's no different than what George Lucas did, also, mind you. You remember when George Lucas released the C3PO with the silver leg from the knee down? It wasn't even the entire leg. People have been doing this forever. Forever. They want the money off the merchandise because the movie's only going to make but so much money because they have to put so much money into it. But the licensing for the TV shows, they make money off of the licensing for the movies and the TV show and all this stuff, right? And the only way they can make that super appealing is by giving them some kind of a change for characters that have already existed. It's the main reason why the Transformers, Takai, when they came along, they're like, "Hey, Hasbro, listen, we want you to re-up your license, for the toys." Like, yeah, we put out all your toys. They sold really well. What are we gonna do? Reissue them? That doesn't make a lot of sense, right? They said, "Oh, no, no, no. We're gonna make the Transformers the movie, 1986 cartoon animated movie. We're gonna kill Optimus Prime and Prowl and Wheeljack off camera and Windcharger 2 off camera. We're gonna kill all of the original characters. We might save Bumblebee, but we'll never actually show him again. We will show Grimlock though, because he's kind of cool. But the rest of those Dinobots, yeah, probably not. Saying, oh, and we're going to put a crown on top of Grimlock too. So all new Transformers and a couple of the reissues, but with a crown on top. How cute. How cute. All it is merchandising. So when Kathleen Kennedy says we don't have that stuff to draw on, she's being serious. Disney will not let her draw upon the decades of comic books that have been out there. Uh, they have not allowed for them to use from the EU. They've specifically changed the EU, but they still draw some of the stuff in, like Grand Admiral Thrawn from the greatest Star Wars books ever, the greatest Star Wars trilogy, in books ever. I mean, for the love of God, man, like there's so much. There's so much, but they're not allowed to because they can't make money off of the new stuff. Everybody wondering why is Star Trek in such flux? It's because Paramount owns one group of merchandising for them, and CBS owns another one, the parent company, CBS. So when Paramount went and did the J.J. Abrams Star Trek, which was amazing, by the way, they were like, oh, CBS was like, yeah, but we get all the merchandise unless you change at least 25% of everything that's going on. It's in the contract. It's out there. It's like it's on the internet. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, let's keep the same characters, but we'll get characters that look so different that it'll be cool. So that's what they did. They just got the new characters with new storylines. The Kelvin universe, as they said, it's got to be different. It's got to be at least 25% different. So what did they do with Khan? Oh, yeah, Khan did show up. But it wasn't Kirk fighting Khan, it was Spock fighting Khan instead. And Kirk wound up dying instead of Spock dying. Spoilers for a movie that's more than a decade old. But you get what I'm saying, right? It's all about the merchandise because they know they have to make it lucrative for the licensees. So that's all that's happening here. That's all that's happening. West End Games RPG. West End Games were awesome. I haven't played in a while, but the Fantasy Flight games version, like Edge of the Empire and stuff like that. God, I love that game. I love that game. I want to get a game started right now. Dark Vader as opposed to Darth Vader. um, what do you call it? Yeah. So anyway, just this is. Oh, I showed them Clone Wars last night. I'm going to show them the third movie in a little while. Not tonight, but probably not even this weekend. Maybe next weekend I'll show it to them. Give them time to digest, give them a chance to watch the movie a second time. They were laughing their butt off when they um oh, for crying out loud. When Yoda was fighting Count Dooku, they were laughing their butt off. And I'm like, wow, I remember when I saw it in the theaters, I was like, yeah, because I was so excited to finally see it. And unfortunately, Attack of the Clones is my least favorite of all of the Star Wars movies that have come out. Yes, that includes the newer ones, because there are just so many inconsistencies in there that just crushes my soul. But that being said, yeah, yeah. So, so guys, it's all about the licensing, all of it. It's about the licensing, and it's terrible. It's terrible. So it's not really Kathleen Kennedy's fault. When she's saying that we don't have the stuff to go by, what she probably should have actually more accurately said is, we're not allowed to use this stuff. But she might have gotten in trouble for saying something like that. We've all got a boss to answer to, and we're not allowed to criticize our bosses. We're just not. And just because Kathleen Kennedy is the highest up person that we can, see and hear from, doesn't mean that she deserves all of our, attacks and whatnot. She's just trying to do what she can with what she's got. That's the reason why she had to change. That she couldn't just use the same old stormtroopers. She couldn't just call them you know, uh, what do you call it? The regular stuff, the Empire, the Imperials and stuff like that. She had to change so much stuff while still keeping just enough for the fans to attach themselves to and to try and generate new fans also. It's all because of the merchandise. If there were no merchandise rights involved, we'd have regular stormtroopers. It would still be the Empire. They'd be back. You know what I'm saying? Thrawn would probably be in charge. Like, why wouldn't they make Thrawn suddenly coming in? It's like, oh, I'm gonna take over now, tough guys, and oh yeah, you in trouble now. Like, why wouldn't they do something like that? It's the only thing that makes sense. But it's about the merchandising. It's about the money, Lebowski. So, Titans trailer. Did anybody see the Titans trailer? Nightwing looks good. Now, a lot of people have been saying that the Titans is really good. Okay, I will take you for your word at it. I don't have the DC streaming service anymore. I was using my VPN and using my buddy's account who's in America. I still don't believe that it's accessible in Canada. I still don't think it's accessible in Canada. Even then, I just don't think that they care. I really just don't think that Warner Brothers really cares that much. You know what DC is doing with Stargirl? We still don't have a release date. It's going to come out sometime in 2020. Stargirl. This is a really important character to a guy like, I don't know, Jeff Johns. They're going to release Stargirl sometime in 2020 as they promised, but the very next day after each episode airs, they're going to air it on the CW also. So, what is my motivation to buy your stupid streaming service if I can just wait one extra day and I could see it? Plus, you're probably going to release it on a Friday. Uh, People work on Fridays. You know when people usually don't work? Weekends. So you're saying that I can see it the next day, probably at prime time. Yeah, so what you're basically saying is you don't want the streaming service to exist. That's basically what you're saying. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being so clear and upfront about it. Um, Hello. Did the wifey have a second go at your dome? Okay, so this is the haircut. Okay, because I'm gonna say that the dome you're talking about like old school, like the head. Yeah, and then I see the cut. No, actually, here's the funny thing. I'm the one who cut my own hair. It was Tuesday before I went out, before I went to the comic book store. Because yes, I air it on Tuesday, I film it on Tuesday, I edit it on Tuesday, I render it, and I upload it on Tuesday. Dude, I'm busting my butt on Tuesday is a busy day for me. Wife comes home early from work just to help me out to do this stuff on Tuesday, which is why the least you could do is freaking watch the advertisements and like the video. Just saying. Too many comics. What's going on, bro? I know that feeling. Too many comics. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. So, Doom Patrol season 2 will premiere on HBO Max, not on the streaming. Okay, so they're clearly getting rid of the thing. Hey, Brevin, what's going on, Brevin? And how you doing, Coffee Breath? Anyway, yes, I did my haircut myself. I didn't feel like growing it. I don't feel like donating it again. Bloor Children's Hospital doesn't accept the donations anymore, so I had to go through a private company. I had to donate through a private company. And even then, the I don't know if they actually accept it or not. Their standards are really high to accept this stuff. So I followed all the rules, but they're like, if we detect any moisture, we have to just throw it out. And I'm like, okay, because they're worried about mildew. I get it. But everybody's opting for the artificial hair nowadays. Nobody cares about the natural hair anymore. So, okay. Cool, not a problem. I don't really feel like growing my hair out again. I loved it. It helped me, this is the third time I've donated my hair. My first time donating it in Canada. And I love, love, love being able to, actually do that, get that feeling of donating and all that stuff. Plus, we raised, you saw $310. Thank you for everybody again who donated. We raised $310 for the Bloor Children's Hospital. That actually did go directly to the Bloor Children's Hospital here in Canada. So very much appreciated. Love you guys. Um, so can I has extra bagel picks? I'll tell you what, Suan. I will try and remember to say, you know what? How about this? Let me, oh, what did I just do? I just did something probably not good. Oh, no, no, okay, we're good. I just right-clicked something. Okay, let me get let me get the camera here. This is the iPhone 6, not the iPhone 10. I'm planning on trading in my iPhone 10. I'm going to try and give this to my wife. She's going to try and sell this is the 10R, 10R. This is the 10R, and she's going to sell her standard 10, just 10, the X. And then we're going to take that money and I'm going to give her this phone and I'm going to buy a Razor 2. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, let the gaming begin. Anyway, so we got this going on. You guys want to see yourselves? You want to see the other side of the look, you guys can see a lot of you guys only think that I only get Marvel toys. That's funny. That's funny. You see all the DC stuff? This is my DC wall over here. You guys only get to see half it. Okay, so let's go over here. Here's the bagel. Bagel. No, stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. There we go. Okay, so I've got a picture for you. I will send it to you on Facebook. I will do that for you because you watch my ads. I love you. Thank you very much. It's the only way I make money off of this. Mark, Kennedy still needs to go. Letting three different directors have full control of their movie in a trilogy was a terrible choice on her part. Maybe this is I don't know. Is it only her? That's the thing. I don't know how that works. I honestly do not know how that works. Maybe, maybe that's how maybe that's how the contract was meant to be in the first place. Maybe that's the only way she can get people to come in and do this. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's a final repeat up here. Pop culture is, let's say it, everyone. Business first, art second. 100% agreed. Corey, Deputy Sheriff Corey. Uh, yeah. So anyway, the Titans trailer. It looks good. I gotta admit, it looks good. It looks like Donna Troy versus Superboy pretty soon. Ooh, yeah, I'm rooting for Donna Troy. Sorry, I loves me some Superboy. Loves me some Superboy, but we talking about Donna Troy, right? Get rid of Paulo Hidalgo too. I don't know what he does or anything like that. I don't know what any of that is. So anyway, yeah, that's all that I've got. That's all I got. So usually you guys give me things to talk about too, right? So see, I'm getting ready to try and transition. I've got kind of good news in here. Okay, listen. There's this girl that I want to do the podcast with. All right, this girl is awesome. She's amazing. If you've ever been to Gotham Central, you'll meet her. All right. Um, she is amazing. She is she's got a lot to talk about. She's also a huge role player. I am really looking forward to being able to do a podcast with her. That being said, guess who said that they're willing to do a podcast with me? Carlos himself, the owner of Gotham Central. I don't know how consistent he'll be, but but I am looking forward to the idea of having a whole bunch of people showing up. If he can't show up, then he just can't show up. It is what it is. You know, so like the guy works his, but like he's a business owner. You know what I'm saying? That Rich is of course happy. Steven Tyler, that would be great if I can get Steven Lips Tyler on that. That would be freaking awesome. But no, like I love Carlos. Carlos is the man. Even when we insult each other, and we do insult each other, it's still in fun. It's still all in fun. So I absolutely love the guy. Can we see all the spliced clips per episode on YouTube? All the spliced clips of if you wanted plan right draw a Marvel Max. Corey, can you send me that on Facebook? I want to and go into more detail with that because yeah, I would be the Canadian Collider heroes. Oh, yes. Carry on the legacy of Schne Oh, see, that's some big shoes to fill. Yo, freaking, if you weren't a moderator, I'd have you timed out for 5 minutes. Freaking trying to get me, trying to cop the feels, trying to get me to freaking tear up on air. Ain't gonna happen, man, because I'm a man. I'm a manly man. I got testosterone and machismo and I don't know, other stuff like habanero, whatever. I got a whole bunch of stuff going. That would probably make me cry. But anyway, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I ain't going to cry. All right. I'll get my glasses with the tissues in it. Remember when I read The Death of Jane Foster before I realized that she wasn't really going to die? Yeah, that. Um, anyway, mm, so yeah, that would be good. Yo, actually get like a round table. Okay, you know what? I'm open to ideas. So yeah, that could work. And if Chillmonger shows up later on in the chat, I'm more than happy to get Chillmonger on also. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. For a guy who doesn't have a lot of subs, which is criminal, the guy's right in Toronto. He's nearby. I would love to get this guy on air. He's willing to show his face. He shows his face on his reviews. Chillmonger shows his face. He's a good-looking guy. He's got a great voice. He's very adept at what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. I think he'd be a great addition. So you know what? I literally felt bad about the idea of saying, dude, you are my solid third choice, and yet I wasn't actually able to do that. True fan forum. Holy crap! What's going on, man? I haven't seen you in half near forever. What's up? Yes, I am on Twitter. I've got the links below in the description. I'm thinking of following my favorite YouTubers. Oh, things go bad in January. Yeah, that's something else. I've actually been thinking, am I going to stay on YouTube? Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on, and I just saw that somebody, I forget, actually, I've got it saved up here. Um, Chris Mack, another YouTuber who quit YouTube. The guy doesn't even monetize. He just wants to talk about his favorite comic books. He grabs an issue from someplace and he's like, "Hey, the last thing that you were talking about up there, I don't even remember what it was now because I already forgot about it, Corey. I'm sorry. But the last thing that you were just talking about that was up there when I said it. Oh, the spliced clips. No, you said something about do my own black label or something like that. Do I want to write a black label? Whatever it was, yeah, please put that up there because I'm curious. And I was actually thinking about like with my stop motion, with all the toys that I've got, build all the stuff and actually reenact a bunch of scenes, cool scenes and whatnot, and then eventually start making my own movies with them. And I don't wa- I want to sorry, I want to put it behind a paywall because go figure, mean old me. Yes, I want to actually get paid for some of the stuff that I do, and not just trust that people are going to be checking out advertisements, hope that people are going to click on the advertisement or allow the advertisements to play on YouTube. Plus, to answer Sabah's question that just happened, in January, they're starting with the COPPA, COPPA. It's basically an international thing, but it's American. They're going to make it as international as possible, where everybody will be affected by this, by YouTube. See, YouTube has been gathering information on minors from ages 2 to 12. They've been gathering information on everybody, but they did it in good faith, I think, but it's still the idea that they were doing this, and they never asked for parental consent. They went and said, oh, people are watching Ryan's World and all of these different little stop motion or other different things. One of them that actually subscribes to me here. All these different, toys reviews and things like that on YouTube. So, yeah, man, we've got all this information, all these kids. So Hasbro and Mattel, you guys should all advertise through us. Hmm? By them doing that, all of a sudden, parent groups got a hold of that information and they're like, oh, did you just admit that you've been taking this information? So did you ask for parental consent? No, you didn't. So you've been gathering information on minors. Wow. So this went before the government. The government didn't care. It went on for like 45 days, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't care. We're moving this on to the FTC." So now the FTC is involved. The FTC can actually see what age the people are who are looking at stuff. Um, yeah. So YouTube actually outed itself, and they had to pay, was it 17 million? They had to pay like millions of dollars of fines because of this. Now they've turned around and they're saying, well, we're going to put this on the creators. So every time that I upload a video now, it says, hey, I don't like to use the YouTube beta because it's just because I'm an alpha. No, because it's still clunky. There's a reason why it's still the beta. I'm not interested. I've given my feedback to them. They either pay attention to it or they don't. At this point, I don't care. I still use YouTube Classic when I upload my stuff. But I do eventually have to switch over to beta for all of my videos and type in, no, this is not meant for kids under 17. I'm not gearing this towards. If they want to watch it, that's up to them. But I am not making this content for minors. That's not what I'm doing. Um, Even that won't protect me. It's simply something I have to comply with. The problem is they want me to do that with all of my videos. I can't do that with all of my videos because I have thousands of videos. I have, like, I can actually see the statistics. I have almost 3 billion views on my channel. That's a lot. Wait, did I say billion? Sorry, my bad. Million. Or was it Damn it. Now there's an inquiring mind that just gots to know. Let me go over. Let me look. I can actually look up my statistics right now. Come on now. Come on now. Channel dashboard. I've got 13,938 subscribers. Cool. So I'm what? 62 away from 14,000? Rock on, baby. Um, my views are down by 5%. Okay. So 95.2 thousand views per 28 days. Okay. So I'm down a little bit. Plus 341 subscribers in the last month. I'm down 13, excuse me, I'm down by 13% for my watch time hours. So I've got 7,000 and almost 8,000 minutes watched per month. There we go. Uh, oh, my revenue is up. So more people are watching ads. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Yeah, so I'm making $331.16 as of right now in ads. Would anybody here work a job putting in as many hours as I do and to get $331.16 per month? That's why I ask you to please watch the ads. And if you have an extra dollar or two, maybe visit my Patreon. I give you guys extra content. By the way, Suicide Squad movie review coming up on the 1st of the month. So, yeah, where's my watch hours? That's for individuals. That's for my latest post stuff. Can't see all that stuff. It's on here somewhere. Oh, I think it's on the classic. Maybe it's on Creator Classic. Skip that, go straight to the classic. Anyway, all the stuff that I've got going on, I mean, you'd figure, oh, this is really taking a long time because I'm streaming. There we go. 2,894,880 views of my videos. So almost 3 million views on my channel. That's where that is. Um, yeah, boom. Why is Elephant in the Room Sahib commenting on one of my videos instead of coming to the live chat? I don't know, but I'm here, brother. I'm here. I'm here for you. Anyway, so sorry, I didn't see what everybody was saying. It's been a rough year for me, but I still try to follow your great content. I appreciate that, True Fan Forum. You are freaking awesome. And True Fan Forum, actually I don't know if you're still doing stuff. I looked recently and I didn't see you doing anything new for a while. I know you're busy. My most previous comment. Bill deserves 10 billion. We be slacking, class, right? Listen to Suan. Donny Cates wants to write a Buffy comic about the Lost Slayer. Yes, yes, do it. Give it to Cates. Give it to Cates. He doesn't have an exclusive contract, to my understanding, so Give it to him. Shoot. Oh, well, as long as there's an extra one, because oh yeah, I don't know who's writing Buffy or if anybody's writing Buffy right now, but I do know that Brian Edward Hill is writing um, Angel. So you know what? If they wanted to do a little collaboration, that could be fun. So what do we got here? Just started following you on Twitter. Thank you, Alex Samuel. 583 followers on Twitter. Much appreciated. Um, I need to get a couple more like 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 Scott Snyder and people like that. Oh, Bagel, don't get scared. I'm gonna switch my legs. Oh, there we go. I'm just crossing the other leg right now because she's still heavy. She's not heavy, but on there for a while. Marvel and DC to recognize the channel, right? Valiant recognizes my channel for crying out loud. A couple of the smaller indie guys do. Um, Kelly Thompson recognized my channel. She's awesome. Um, Who else? Yeah, Donnie Cates doesn't follow me on Twitter. What's up with that? Jim Zub doesn't follow me on Twitter. What's up with that, man? All the communication that we've had and whatnot. These guys don't follow me on Twitter. What's going on? Brian Edward Hill follows me on Twitter because he's freaking awesome. Richard Pace follows me because freaking awesome. There's a bunch of people who follow me. Gail Simone, she follows me. She's awesome. Yeah, what's up? Bagel should play the Red Lantern cat. Bagel is the chillest cat ever. She's the chillest cat ever. Even when the kids mess with her, she just barely messes back. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Bagel's way too right. Aren't you the aren't you the coolest kitty ever? Aren't you just my little girl? You guys want to hear her purr? Here we go. There you go. There's your 6 seconds of cool, 6 seconds of pleasure. Uh, Ladies Love Cool James. LL Cool J. LL Cool J made this song, 6 Minutes of Pleasure. It's actually a really, really cool beat. Good song. I know why here. I ain't say nothing. Anyway. um, yeah, I like LL Cool J. Bite me. Oh no. Galactus must feed. Take care. See you later, Silva. Bagel should play Streaky the Super Cat. I don't know who Streaky is. Um, Plenty ideas, just not enough. Oh, Prodigal Son. That could be fun. That could be fun. Bagel will be in the Blue Lantern Corps. She is our hope. Bagel's a cat. I think all cats are Indigo Tribe. You know what I'm saying? Nox. We don't care. We're indifferent. The indifferent core. It's not willpower, it's indifference. The ability to not care, the will to not care. It's like their power is to give Fs, you know what I'm saying? And they have zero Fs to give. Yes, Invaders is ending with the next issue. I'm so freaking happy. How did that happen with Valiant? Valiant saw one of my reviews, they appreciated it, and they sent me a whole bunch of stuff. I keep in contact with the senior marketer. Um, what do you call it? I did my most recent review. I talked about Rye issue one, Roku number two, and Bloodshot issue number three. And I liked all three of the comic books, but just go and check out the review. I had a little bit of criticism about Dan Abnett doing the Rye issue number one. And Greg Katzman got a hold of me. He's like, "Hey, dude, man, I'm sorry you didn't like that. We're taking it into consideration. We're passing it on. For the sake of conversation, though, you said that you don't know too much about Rye. We're going to send you a trade. We're going to send you something so you can catch up on Rye. I imagine he's going to send me a trade paperback or two of the first two volumes of Rye because that's what he did with Shadow Man and Bloodshot. They actually sent me trade paperbacks of the first run for these characters so I could, catch up and like they're amazing. They're Valiant are some really amazing people. So heck yeah, you know. Um, anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So whole bunch of good stuff in that regard. So yeah, anyway, Valiant was just really super cool with me, and they send me some behind the scenes stuff, and they send me the stuff early, and they say there's no restriction. Just try not to do too many try not to do spoilers for the issue. Just say if you like the issue or not. But they send me their stuff on Friday before it goes in the stores. So the stuff comes out on Wednesday, but the Friday before that, I actually get digital copies of the comic book. And they're like, yeah, go ahead and do the reviews. I don't do the reviews because I prefer to actually have the comics in my hand. So I go and I actually buy the comics anyway. See you later, True Fan Forum. So, yeah, they dogs guard, cats watch, and judge. Oh, Suan's leaving too? Fine, I'll moderate myself. See you later, Suan. I'll send you that pic later. So I don't even remember where I was. I'm on too much stuff right now. You know, I think I'm gonna leave too because the kids are like really rambunctious out there, and I think there might be some popcorn left. They're watching Secret Life of Pets 2 on Blu-ray. So hey, Saud, what's going on, Saud? Um, do you cover any indie books? Mekosita. Yeah, just go and check out on my regular videos list and just scroll through. I have a lot of indie books. I was just talking about how Valiant Comics actually sends me their stuff a week in advance so I can review it. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I don't like to review a book if I didn't buy the book. You know, I like to actually be able to physically hold up and show you guys the book because I think that it helps I hope that it helps to stimulate sales for, for the comic book companies. So yeah, I am kind of shilling a little bit, but I do it for free. I'm not doing it for money. I'm not, nobody's paying me. Valiant doesn't pay me to do reviews. They just help me with my reviews by giving me a couple extra things like, hey, you said you didn't understand this about Rye. Let me send you the first two volumes of Rye so that, the first 12 issues, therefore, so that you know a little bit more about the character. That's awesome. I love that. So, what's going on with Milestone Comics? Aren't they bringing it back? I honestly hope that they don't. I honestly hope that they don't, Mark. I'm hoping that the original owners are able to just do it themselves, and like honestly, this is the way that it works. For all the bad things that people could say about Vince McMahon supported ECW for a very long time. He actually gave them money, essentially paid people salaries and everything for months to help keep them afloat, hoping that it was going to help them out so they could stay awake. He didn't ask for anything in return, you know? So I'm just saying, a giant company like Warner Brothers, they couldn't do that for Milestone. They couldn't say, hey, listen, we're going to buy the property, but here's the thing. We're going to make you the CEO, the owner, the creator of Milestone. We're going to make you the CEO, and you can go and put out all of your characters, all your comics. You decide who you want hired and whatnot, and they report to you. Yeah, it's our budget. Here's the budget that we give, so you can pay everybody. But by all means, boom. And we simply want a huge. We're going to give you a salary for it, but we'll own it. But we'll actually give it to you guys. So I don't see why they couldn't just do that. And if it's too black, okay, oh my God. I've forget about it, I've heard of. I've imagined things far worse than that. I can't see there being any real problem with having here we go, black comic book. I'd be down for that. I would read them too. You know what I'm saying? The ones that I can at least follow along on. Forget about it. I think that would be amazing. I don't see any reason on earth why they can't just do something like that. They're still going to make money off of it. In fact, they probably make more. The problem is that the bigger you get as a company, the more you want to start micromanaging things because you think, eh, that's the problem with having one type of person, usually rich old men. You know what I'm saying? Rich old men doing whatever, saying, "Oh, we want this, we want that, we want all these people doing this, that, and the other thing." Yeah, I don't get it. I really just don't get it. See you later, Paula. Yeah, everybody's starting to bug out right now, so I think I'm going to do the same. Yeah, Sabah, I hear you. I don't like the idea that it's ending either. But if that seems to be a pattern with Chip Zdarsky. He doesn't usually enjoy doing lengthy runs on anything. He's got this idea for a story. He'll put out those comic books. He'll be like, okay, I'm going to leave now. We don't have anybody to take over for you. I don't care because I don't have anything else for you. This is what I had in my mind, you know. So I honestly don't see any problem with that. If he comes up with another idea afterwards, and because somebody might say, well, then put it out as a 12 issue limited series. What if he comes out with another idea? You know? So he's just going to do what he's going to do until the thing ends. And I'm cool with that. I personally think that Chip Zdarsky is one of the absolute best writers out there today. it's I don't think that I've ever read any book by him that I didn't like, and I mean immediately. Just the guy is freaking amazing. It's good that he ends his. Agreed. It's good that he ends his stories. They're getting the old characters, but are having problems with getting static. Good. If they're not going to hire the original creator, like Icon and all that stuff, they're not going to get the original creator to be the CEO or something like that. Good. I don't have a problem with that. I say let them do it themselves because yeah, I heard a few of the old creators are bringing it back, plus some new creators. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. Okay, guys, I am going to bounce now. I am genuinely like exhausted. So yeah, Dwayne McDuffie is dead. Sorry, remind me who Dwayne McDuffie is. My mind is just like I'm spent right now. Best comic of 2019 in my opinion. I can't disagree with you. Cannot disagree with you. It's a beautiful thing. The Invaders. Just waiting on the Dwayne McDuffie thing. Actually, I might just wind up looking this up myself. Let me copy and paste this to a search. All right, guys, I am going to bounce right now because yeah, I'm starting to lose it. All right, gonna go eat something and then chill and watch whatever's left of Secret Life of Pets. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, Brick, didn't notice you were here. See everybody later. You too. Later, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.